Project for today, changing out these headlights and changing out those nasty yellow light bulbs. Got the new lenses for the 2001 F-150. These are all smoked. Here's one of the corners. And here's the headlight. We're going to be installing some HIDs. These are the HIDs that we're going to be doing. These are 5000s. So I'll show you what I'm doing. More or less, this is what it's going to look like installed. So with the kit that I got, we received this relay. With the relay, we have a few connections that we're gonna have to figure out how to do right now. This one goes to one of the light bulbs. For this wire right here, you have your main connector, and you also have your ground for it. You actually have two of those. One's going to be obviously extremely long so it can reach to the other side, but essentially it's going to be the same because it's going to end up having the same type of end on the other end. You have your main connector for your ballast, and then also your ground. So it's going to be those two. Also on the relay, you're going to have your positive. This one's going to go directly to your battery, and you can see it has its own fuse. And the last connection is going to be for your headlight direct plug-in, and then from here it's going to go to the ballast. And here they are. And then from the ballast, you're gonna have your connector to go into the light and also to your bulb. So let's check it out. And for the headlight, we're going to remove the light bulb here to install the HID one in there instead. The way this is going to work is we're going to take off the ring here and remove this light bulb. I'll show you that right now. Do the turn, take out the light bulb. To remove the light bulb, you're going to get your HID. You're going to remove this plastic piece, foam piece that it has. Do not touch the light bulb. And then you're going to go ahead and install it into the housing here. To make it easy to install the light bulb into your housing, you're going to have to grab this piece right here with the red rubber band, twist it. Let me see if I could do it with one hand. No. Anyway, you're going to twist this, remove it, then you're going to grab your lock, place it in the middle, and then put your red piece back on. I'll show you that real quick. So basically this is what you're gonna do. I put the sleeve back on because I do not want to touch the light bulb, but this is basically what you do is you take off this piece right here, then you're gonna put your lock in between and then put that right back on. This is what it looks like now. You can go ahead and install. Line up your filament and turn to lock. Then you're going to go ahead and connect this. Another easy method is taking off the ring. When you take off your old headlight or your old light bulb, you put the ring on and twist it till you find the the spot where it sits perfectly. Like right here, it's sat perfectly right there. Then what you're gonna do is grab your lock and your headlight. You can grab your lock and put it on while it's here. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then your headlight, there's only one way it's gonna sit. So you bring it in, and you do your turn, and it's all set. The second way that I showed you is probably the best way to do it. That way you ensure proper seatage on this and proper locking on everything. That way you don't have to struggle. So the kit came with 2 ballasts and also 2 of the hardware kits. I recommend you putting these on with the screws and its nuts, to that way whenever you put the ballast on the vehicle, you have an easier access to not letting it just hang somewhere around there. That way you could actually screw it onto the body of the vehicle. So I'm going to install the hardware just so you guys can see how it looks with it on. Installing the hardware is pretty easy. On the bottom of the ballast you have both your holes, and then you have your center hole up here. So when you grab your bracket, you're basically gonna put it on like this, and then you're gonna install the small screws with the nuts. Make sure that the nut part is facing on the inside. So basically this is what I mean. The nut part goes on the inside, and then you have your screw on the back side of it. That way whenever you go ahead and place this onto your vehicle, you don't have an additional barrier, you know, popping this out furthermore. So it's basically what it's going to look like. So we're going to have to figure out how to put the cable in here, connect it to the positive there, figure out where you're going to put the relay, run your cable to your first headlight here, and then from here run the other one over to the driver's side. So it's going to be a little interesting. So what needs to be done is you need to pull this tab here and this tab that's here, right here, and then also right in there, let me see if I could turn on the flash for you right here. So right in there, you're gonna have to take off the screw that's holding the corner lamp. So if you want to follow my finger right there at the end, is where you'll be able to see the screw right there. And it's apparently it's a 7mm, so let's double check that out. So it is a 7mm down there. You're gonna have to turn it to remove it, and then from here you're gonna jump to the passenger side, and it's gonna be right down there as well. I don't know if you're able to see it, the tip of my finger, but it's down there. So just remove those. Also, what I recommend you doing is remove this guard that's right here. That way you can run your cables through the bottom here of the core support and make it look a little nicer for your install. Fun fact, you're gonna have to pull these up. There's a limit that it comes out to, but you need to pull it out a little bit more. See, this one came out a little higher and it's completely loose now. The reason is because sometimes these things get stuck, so you're gonna have to shimmy it out with both hands. You pull this, and at the same time you kind of wiggle it to get the prongs out. So I'll show you what it looks like taken off. So the reason you struggle is because one of the pins grabs onto both of these legs right here, and then the other pin grabs on to this other leg right here. It kind of slides in, you know, to hold it. So just shimmy it out. don't break it. And then also to unplug your light bulb, the plug that comes in, basically just push down in the middle, somewhere around here, and then pull out. Use both hands, or what you can do is with your fingertip, lift up the tab a little bit on both sides. Don't do it too much because I'm pretty sure you're going to break it if it's that brittle. While you have all this off, give it a quick little clean to make it look nice and clean again. Also check your light bulbs. As you can see, this one is pretty shot up, very old. It's a 3157. Replace it to make it look new, like this one right here. Alright. This out. HID, way brighter. Next step, LEDs for the turn signals. But look at this.